Hey, magic makers, welcome to May. This is Lisa McCradle of Inner Wisdom Awakening here with your May energy forecast. And as with all the things and every month, it seems, May will not disappoint. So let's get started. First of all, numerology. The numerology for May, if you take the 6 and the 5, it's the 5th month, and the 5 can represent a lot of change, rapid change, unpredictable change. That's going to bump up against our eclipse season and some things that are to come. But if you take the 6th year, which is the number of nurturing, and you add it to the 5 month, you get the number 11. And 11s are superpower numbers. It's the number of mastery. It's the 1 to the 1, which is the one that sees, that knows, that understands, that becomes, that brings through, that holds the space of, it's the mastery of creation, manifestation, transformation, all the things. And so it's a frequency of power, of massive transformation, and really giving you an opportunity to step into your mastery as well, whatever that looks like and feels like for you. It's a month of massive expansion, both on the internal and the external planes. So, of course, anything that's you're experiencing on the internal plane is going to have effect upon your external plane, but this also moves into the collective at large. So it's a massive expansion, transformation portal. If you take the 11 and move it into, if you add it together, which is usually how we get the universal numbers, it's not common to reduce the 11 because it holds so much power, but if you were, it would bring you to the 2. And the 2 is all about balance, unity, harmony, collaboration, coming together, partnership. And so it's an important month to really reach out, to reach in all the ways. This is going to be a month that's going to bring a significant amount of balance to love, to career, to relationships. And because we have so many eclipses coming, or 2 eclipses coming, and some of the astrology, it's also going to give you an opportunity to acknowledge any spaces or places of which there is not balance or harmony within your relationships, your career, your business, all of your expressions, we'll call them. So it's really important, one key point, and stick around to the end because I'm going to give you the 4 frequencies that you must know and hold to attune to this month's energy. So what's really important this month is to move into the observer, like be really present. I know this comes through in everything, but in your presence, you are attaching to nothing, allowing for everything, and really to be in the observation. It's where you're going to be able to grab the key components to what is wanting and needing to transform within you, of you, and around you. And also when you're in that space of observer, you're not as much as emotionally charged by the experiences at hand. So there's an opportunity to be really mindful in that observation of where there might be obstacles. And it's really important and key this month that you do not allow obstacles to get in your way of success. So be diligent in your desire, be mindful, be conscious, move with intention, move with your intuition. And there is a mass of increasing intuitive experience expression coming through with this 11 energy. So it's an upgrade of intuition will be coming, and it's going to be coming in really fast and furious. So pay attention to your intuition and use it in all the ways, spaces, places, and times. It's also really important because there's this collaborative energy that's coming in with this 11 of mastery. The master knows that they do not need to walk alone. The master knows that that the experience is to get further faster when there is collaboration, connection, communion, you and I tied together. So really reach out your hand to receive the hand of support. So the more generous you are in your giving, the more optimized you will be in your receiving. It is one of the universal laws. Let's move into the astrology. So we're starting with an eclipse It's eclipse season, 2 eclipses in the month. We have Mercury retrograde and we move into Gemini, which is all about, basically it's party time. It's go time, it's party time. Let that Gemini creative energy carry you through the month. And what I found really fascinating is both April and May begin with a new moon and end with a new moon, and they're right on the same frequency of first day, last day, April and May. Isn't that unusual? So we ride the eclipse energy of April the 30th. It's a solar eclipse in a Taurus new moon, and that energy really gives you the opportunity to come into more of your internal world, to look with the darkness of the moon, and it's the second dark moon of the month of April. So it gives you that opportunity to be internal in your wisdom, and then to have that shadow of the sun, right? The sun is your external world, but when it's shadowed, it gives you that opportunity to move into your internal plane, to see what is maybe preventing or what is optimizing in your expression, your experience. How are you shining your light into the external world? And where there's any shadows, eclipses are wild cards. They're unpredictable. They're usually big change times, but it gives you this opportunity to really optimize, like, who am I at my core level? What is my frequency? How am I vibrating out into the world? What shadows must be looked at to have some light shown upon them so that I can evolve, expand, and express as the authenticity of my truest soul. That just came through as a channel for you. Okay, so let's see. May 2nd, Venus is entering Aries, and part of what that's doing is bringing this, there's a lot of love and communion and giving you this opportunity to speak truth, to be in clear communion with others, to do it with a space of love, of honesty, of clarity, to really tap into that deep well of love that resonates within you, to be expressed outside of you in relationship. And then we move into good old Mercury retrograde. On May the 10th, it will be in retrograde until June the 3rd. And of course, we know retrogrades, especially Mercury, is always an amazing opportunity to revisit some old communications, some old spaces, places, and times, relationships, people, things, experiences, expressions, all the things. There's always, very often, there's something in retrograde. We can get a little hitched into the retrograde frequency. It depends on where it all lands in your chart, of course, use it all as an opportunity, right? A revisit. So you have these eclipses shadowing the sun, shadowing the moon, doing the inner work to move into the outer expressions. And then you have this optimization of Mercury retrograde, giving you the hand up to really look at how are you communing with Venus coming in to do it all with love. So it's this beautiful opportunity, right? I have chosen to take all challenges and turn them into opportunities because it's a whole lot more fun to play in. We move into May 15th. So every time there is a solar eclipse, it must be mirrored by a lunar eclipse. And that occurs on May the 15th. It is a Scorpio full moon and a total lunar eclipse. So this is going to give you the opportunity to kind of reverse what began with the solar eclipse, which is this outside, the full moon, right? Bringing the light to the outside world, the moon being the yin part of the expression, however, in its fullest expression. So it's this inside outside experience. And then the full total lunar eclipse, it's completely moving into the dark. So you have the full moon, but in total darkness for this period of time. And then you bring in Scorpio energy, which is always just like, let's go. Wild, intense. Really suggest that you take that weekend and get super quiet if you can. You're going to be pulled out. You're going to want to go get loud and ruckus and do the things that the Scorpion energy kind of pulls up and out, but you must be super mindful and present. It would be really good to do your internal work to optimize that light frequency and to get really quiet, because it can be a little volatile and reactionary. And, the Scorpio can have the sting. And we're also operating with Mercury retrograde, which can make communication go a little wobbly. So all the things, plan a nice weekend in, do some inner work, get get down and dirty with your soul, because that's probably what's going to serve you the best. We move on the 20th into Gemini. Fun, flirty, artsy, unpredictable. Gemini, really optimizing some of that beauty, that fun, that, riding through that kind of wild card, unpredictable, letting loose, letting out, letting be. I love Gemini energy. And on the 30th of May, at the end of the month, we move into yet another dark moon, and it will be the second. Well, it's riding those beginning and ends of the month, and we'll have a Gemini new moon. And that could really inspire a lot of kind of sensual, connective, romantic, juicy power shift and transformation. So you can expect a lot of change this month, and just riding the waves. Like, it's been a journey like no other. Guidance has been saying for a really long time that this is the hardest thing that you as a human collective will ever do, and it's the truth. It's the hardest thing we've ever done, but it is worth it. So when you're feeling good and you're licking the sky, raise on up. And when you are feeling like you're in the muck, get quiet, go to your spaces of power, which is the earth, which is to sit in the sun, it's to bathe in the moon, it's to do your rituals, to move into your practices, get your body moving, pray, meditate, create. The words, the 4 expressions that are most optimized this month. Number 1 is collaboration. It's bringing that balance of the 1 to the 2. Right? The master stands in the mirror of itself, optimized and harmonized between mind and heart, body and spirit, heaven to earth. And that creates the 2, which is balance. And that is collaboration. That's working in unity and harmony together. So reach your hand out. Who can you connect with? Who can you support? Who might be doing something in the world that you're totally primed and geared up and excited to be experiencing, and they're already doing it. Lean in. I admire what you're doing. Is there room for me? Do you want to play? There's so many opportunities for collaboration in so many ways, but you must be in that mindset of, I no longer need to do it alone, which is the feminine way, 5D creating. We do not walk this path alone. We walk it in unity. We walk it in harmony. We walk it in balance, and we walk it in love. Collaborate. Number 2 came through adoration. Adoration. It's this love, beauty resonance, right? Taurus brings us that. Gemini brings us that. This moon and sun frequencies, Venus, the way she's moving in, it's bringing this love and beauty. Adoration. Can you adore yourself? Can you adorn yourself, to adore that which you are, falling deeply and richly in love with you and staying there. Pick out the pieces that you most admire and adore within yourself and focus exclusively on those, so that you then can turn that to the outer plane and focus that adoration upon the things you desire, you love, you respect, you honor. There is so much happening on earth plane that is not delicious, that it is for you to move into the adoration of that which brings you the greatest joy. Number 3 is celebration. So what can you celebrate? A grateful heart is the frequency of love. What can you celebrate? Even if it's the smallest, what you consider to be maybe the most minute, to be in the celebration of an experience, of something you did or something you did not do, or you did or did not think, or the moment you find the celebration, you're attuning to that experience. And when you attune to something that you are in joy of, celebration, gratitude for experiencing, those are the moments where you're expanding that and making it become more of your prominent and primary resonance. And then the last one is foundation. So be clear to get back to the core of who you are. Strong foundations build strong experiences. So move to the foundation, get your basics solid and true and right. And this month is going to burst through you. Then build up through your celebrations. What are you celebrating? What are you in gratitude for? What are you willing to expand more of? Not what you're not liking, but what you're loving. If the frequency tunes to what it is you are loving and celebrating, you will experience a bounty of it. Adoration for self, for that which is beautiful, that which is working, that which is right, ripe and right. And collaboration, bring it all together, reach out a hand, grab hands, come into partnership, whether that's through love, through business, through work, through commonality, whatever it is. This is your month to shine. This is your month to set your frequency, ride through the illusions, through the eclipses. A lot of illusion energy moves through it's the light and the dark and the light and the dark simultaneously in expression. It's a dance. You have so much power within you. I am sending so much love to your light. I'm honored to walk this path with you. Make May great. I love you.